What's up, y'all? It's Myss Moxie here, and I can't even tell you how excited I am to be sitting here with, she's kind of like a sister, twin in a weird, awesome kind of way. I'm gonna let her introduce herself to you all. Please, darling.
Thank you for that. My name is Asya Shein. I am the CEO and founder of Fusicology.com.
Now, let me tell you something. I moved to LA a couple years ago, and I was like, what is there to do here in Los Angeles? And somebody's like, oh, they slid me this like website, go to Fusicology. I'm like, yo, this website is ill. Fast forward a couple years later on the red carpet for Common, the rapper event, and bump into this chick, and like instantly we were like, we like you, we like each other, and we became cool. So okay, so now that's kind of how we became cool. Tell me how you came into this world that you are rocking.
I was a booking agent in the mid-90s for about 10 years, and I really started out with house music and more so the dance music scene. But then when I moved here, I started booking people like Questlove and late great Jay Dilla and Pete Rock and a lot of other hip-hop artists. And I basically stumbled upon, you know, wanting people wanting to know what was up for tonight. So I kind of was promoting parties, became an agent, and did a whole bunch of stuff. And then the website kind of came about because people just wanted to know what was up, and they wanted one place to go to. And I created the New York and LA pages for about 2.5 years, and then another 5 markets after that, and now we're in 23. So it's sort of a progression of promoter, agent, and then webmaster, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so what I want to do, because I am a fan of the journey, I want you to tell me about your story, about who you are, and why how this passion and this love for music came to be.
Okay, well, my mom's a musician, which is first and foremost, and so I grew up with music. My dad thinks he's a singer, musician, so kind of jumps in with her. She's professional, and basically, you know, I've been a dancer my whole life. Started going to raves when I was like 14, 15 years old, and just really got into all the different types of sounds that was the rave scene in, you know, 93 Toronto, and just realized, wow, what is this? This is crazy. I want to get down with this. I got uprooted and we moved to Dayton, Ohio. I right away got into the scene there, and I was like the big fish in the small pond. I knew certain DJs and certain people down, you know, I knew certain Chicago and Detroit and New York house music DJs, and I sort of started doing little bookings and promotions, and we threw parties. Actually, we threw a few underground parties called Booty Ass Jams. So those were my first productions in '95. Hey, wow, I never talked about this. And then, when I moved to Detroit to go to college, because it was just smack in the middle between Toronto and Dayton, and I got to know a lot of the house and techno guys up there. And then I met Laura Gavor. She's no longer with us. She was my mentor.
Okay.
And she took me under her wing, and she was an agent and a manager for all of the big Detroit techno and house guys. Juan Atkins, Kevin Saunderson, Derek May, you know, those DJs. And that was really interesting. And basically I was just a secretary. And eventually I left Detroit, and so I moved to Chicago in '98. And I got hired on by a guy called Roy Davis Jr. to help with his record label. And I started working with an artist named Pevin Everett, who's very talented, and just was doing marketing and promotion and needed to make some extra loot, so I started booking.
Okay.
And I booked other DJs, not the same ones I worked with the other agent, and I did my own thing. And I did house guys, and then kind of progressed into the New York house scene, and that's when things really started blowing up for me. And then I started the agency in 2000. I left Chicago and I moved here to Los Angeles, and the company blew up. I started booking more hip-hop artists like Pete Rock, Jay Dilla, Questlove, and Jazzy Jeff, a lot of great artists, and a lot of soul music artists like Dwele and Raheem Devon. And it basically progressed. I went from, you know, just being an agent to then kind of doing my own parties and promoting my own events. And again, people started going, what's up for tonight? What's going on? As an agent, I would know what's going on across the country because I'm booking a lot of these shows. Yeah. So we started Fusicology. I came up with the name and the concept with a couple other people in New York, in Brooklyn. in a really, really, really hot August summer day in 2003.
Right.
And it just, this guy named Fuse Green, who's a really talented visual artist. I loved his name, and somehow his name came up. And the fact that at Wayne State University, where I went, I was studying a lot of ologies, like geology, meteorology, anthropology, and that sort of ology study of, it just, Fusology, and it didn't sound right, and then suddenly Fusicology.
Yeah.
We're in now 23 markets, US and Canada, and we're doing pretty good, about 2.5 million hits a month, about little over 85,000 uniques. We cannot wait to reach that 100,000 mark, just to say that.
Yeah.
Try to 85,000.
Yeah.
And and we're just doing what we do, and excited for what the future holds, and that's basically my life story. Wow, great. Wow.
And scene.
And scene.
So I do want to get back. There's something to be said for you being this Russian girl, all up mixed up in this hip hop, this house, this soul scene. I mean,
Right.
what is that world like for you? Just coming from your world.
Right. I think growing up in Toronto, and I think living in Detroit, I think those two situations, I think Toronto is such a multicultural city, and there's so many different diverse people, and there's not really, we don't have our own, and people are gonna hate me for this, our own identity per se. And so we take a little bit from London, New York, Chicago, Detroit, whatever, and we kind of just mishmash it, and that's Toronto, that's what we are, and I think, we get a lot of American influence culture and television, but yet you're in Canada. It's a really interesting dynamic. I also forgot to mention that I spent a lot of summers in New York and Chicago and DC, and I would come back going, did you guys hear about B96? Do you know about this? People were like, who? Or Power, whatever. What are you talking about? And I was influenced by that too. But yeah, I think that I just sort of stumbled upon it and fell in love.
You being a woman, you being a business owner, there has to be a profound sense of pride. Do you kind of wake up saying like, I'm living my dream?
I definitely wake up saying that. There's definitely a lot of pressure, especially, with where we're at with the world and how things are right now and how things are changing. But I think that, we're very lucky that we have this niche market, because there is, sure, we have competitors and we have, other peers that do what we do, but not exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to be like the website that does what it does.
Do you feel that you are, your soul's purpose, your life's purpose is being fulfilled through what you do?
Yes, definitely. We're going to move beyond just events and do more cultural things, and do more of, things that are broader in terms of not only just going overseas and being able to launch there, but also including more content and a lot more things that are within our culture. So I don't feel that we're even close to being done. I believe that this is more of the beginning.
Yeah.
But yes, I absolutely think this is what I need to be doing.
Stress to people the importance of the work.
Nights and weekends.
Yes.
That's my spiel. Nights and weekends. If you can't work and you're like, well, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go and party and drink and hang out all the time, and then get up at like 9 in the morning and don't even. You've got to work really, really hard, and you've got to focus, and you've also got to work, I believe, know how to delegate and work in teams. The reason that Fusicology exists, I don't know how to code. I don't know, do you know what I mean?
What do you mean you don't know how to code?
Yeah, I'm not doing HTML. I mean, I have people that do that for me, and they're awesome, and they get, and we're all happy, and we're all friends, and we do what we do. We're all good at what we do. So I think that, sure, I'm not saying I don't know a little bit about everything, because I think that's important also as a business owner to know you don't want to just not know.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I don't sit there and do it.
Last thing, I'm so with you when it comes to dressing appropriately.
Nobody will take you seriously. The women will hate on you, and the men will want to, knock something up. And it's just that's not what you're looking for. If you're looking to be a business person, work hard. And, people sometimes ask me, about not only just the dress, but just the way you kind of carry yourself. And it's so important, that's why I don't like to drink, because I don't want to lose control. I don't want to not remember what I'm already loud and already in your face sometimes, so I don't want to be extra honest with you about what I really think about that track for that DJ.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that the 2-drink maximum is a really good rule. You know what I mean? And keep it moving, and you'll feel great the next day. Don't dress too slutty, because unless you want that, maybe you want that kind of attention. Yeah.
Right.
Some women like it. Some women enjoy it. But if you're trying to be in the business, that's not the way to go. So I really appreciate your time with me. It's been so lovely.
Oh, thank you. It's my sweater, sister.
Yes.
It is December.
We did not plan it.
No, we
didn't.
We'll drop the website, web address one more
Sure.
time.
Fusicology.com.
And there'll be links to everything Asya's doing, and keep your head up and maintain yourselves, ladies. Okay? See you next time. Bye.